Liverpool and Tottenham lead the "gamer again" race. According to Italian sources, Jürgen Klopp's Liverpool and Antonio Conte's Tottenham Hotspur are leading the race for Fiorentina midfielder Sofyan Amrabat. In the news in the Italian press, it was claimed that Liverpool and Tottenham were in the pole position to transfer Amrabat, who played for Morocco in the 2022 Qatar World Cup. Sevilla and Atletico Madrid were also reportedly keen on the 26-year-old, who was described by Tuttosport director Guido Vacciago on the Tuttomercato this month as a "crazy player." According to the latest information, Liverpool is more likely than Tottenham Hotspur to sign Sofyan Amrabat from Fiorentina in the January transfer window. Of course, if FSG is willing to pay what Fiorentina wants for the midfielder. Liverpool is a larger club than Tottenham, and the Merseyside club regularly competes for the Premier League title and competes in the UEFA Champions League. It is almost certain that Amrabat will find Liverpool more attractive than Tottenham. Fiorentina may be willing to sell the 26-year-old for £40 million in the January transfer window, according to sources close to the club. The big question is whether Liverpool will be willing to pay £40 million to sign Amrabat so soon after bringing in Gakpo from PSV. In fact, when we look at the old periods, the most complained issue from the FSG management is the money allocated to the transfer budgets. Fans want the club's owners to transfer and invest more money. In fact, this table may have changed a little in the last transfer period. The Reds signed a record transfer fee for the club for the transfer of Darwin Nunez in the summer. This was followed by a Gakpo signature, which recently totaled £45 million. FSG put the club shares on sale, and although the expected partial sale did not take place, the transfer moves were not delayed. Therefore, there may be a change of mind in the management of the FSG. The possibility of Sofyan Amrabat joining Liverpool in January seems very strong. "We will see what happens in January. We are ready for the transfer," Klopp said in a statement he made in the past days. Although the uncertainty of the future of the club brought many questions to mind, FSG management showed that they are at work. Signing Amrabat in a season where Klopp hasn't been able to use most of his midfield options seems like a logical move. Gakpo and Virgil van Dijk explain why Liverpool should extend Roberto Firmino's contract. Gakpo's arrival could be seen as a hint about Roberto Firmino's future at Liverpool. The Brazilian would be forgiven for taking this as something not very positive. If a player is in the final year of his contract and the club brings in someone else who can play the same position, connecting the dots is not too difficult. Gakpo may be primarily a left winger, but has also been used in a central role for the Netherlands. Liverpool seem to see him as a viable option in the midfield as well. But Jürgen Klopp moved to dismiss concerns about the implications of signing Firmino at a press conference Thursday before the Reds clash with Leicester. "We're in talks with Bobby over a new contract, and from my point of view, I would say I definitely want him to stay," Klopp told reporters. "Gakpo's arrival has no effect. If you mean Bobby can leave, you should ask Bobby that, but from my point of view, no." Liverpool have many reasons to keep Firmino. One of Klopp's most trusted and admired players. Alisson formed the backbone of a winning team with the likes of Virgil van Dijk and Jordan Henderson, and judging by his performance this season, he deserves to stay. The Brazilian player has 9 goals and 4 assists in 21 games. And almost paradoxically, the Gakpo move actually gives Liverpool another reason to keep him around. He can serve as a symbolic mentor to the Brazilian 23-year-old player. In his first interview after signing his contract, Gakpo insisted that he could play as a fake 9. But his experience in this role is limited, so it will take time to master. If it's going to be one of his long-term positions at Anfield, then who better to work closer than Firmino? This isn't the absolute pinnacle version of Firmino, but it has something it can teach Gakpo. Especially when it comes to jobs he doesn't have. Gakpo can closely monitor the movement of the 31-year-old player. He can observe when he dives deep to retrieve the ball and how he is positioned in tight spaces. And when some concerns are raised about his contribution to the defense, he may also try to imitate Firmino's pressure. He won't be the only young player at Liverpool to learn from an established superstar. When young right-back Calvin Ramsey transferred from Aberdeen last summer, he expressed excitement at the incredible opportunity to learn a lot from Trent Alexander-Arnold. He was already watching the Englishman from afar. But now he has the opportunity to communicate with her and see the intricacies of her brilliance daily. Likewise, Ibrahima Konate says she's improved a lot by working with Van Dijk and looking at how she plays. He sees Van Dijk as the best defender in the world and says he is grateful for the chance to play and train with him. Klopp and his team were also reportedly impressed by the way Mohamed Salah takes Harvey Elliott under his wing and sets the standard in training every day. Whether or not Elliott plays as a right winger, it's true that he has benefited greatly from his relationship with Salah. Gakpo may need to develop as a versatile player if he is to get a satisfying amount of minutes at Liverpool and be successful in this transfer. His compatriot and national team captain Van Dijk will help him get off the field. However, partly due to Firmino's presence, this will also provide an ideal environment to develop his versatility. In short, if Firmino is alone, he can add a lot to Liverpool, not only individually but also as a team. If an environment is set up to follow in his footsteps, it will certainly be in the interest of Gakpo and Liverpool. Firmino will certainly feel better in this environment. Jamie Carragher says club record Darwin Nunez needs to change his game to be successful at Anfield. The Reds initially paid £64.1 million for Nunez in the summer, and the deal will rise to £85 million if the bonuses are met. Despite scoring 9 goals in 20 games so far for Liverpool, he hasn't convinced some sportsmen. Indeed, Nunez missed 12 big chances in the Premier League this season. And after missing a few more golden chances in Friday's 2-1 Leicester win, criticism has resurfaced. Jamie Carragher also criticizes Darwin Nunez. He can't be a £90 million Jesus-type player. He has to be a striker, and that's going to be the big question for the next 12 to 18 months. Jürgen Klopp usually gets the best out of his forwards, so I wouldn't pass him up. But Nunez needs to change his game, he said. Jamie Carragher also criticized the Uruguayans' finishing. They need to score more of those chances, he said. Could he have scored another night's hat-trick? We said that against Manchester City. We said that against Aston Villa. He will always have a lot of chances with this team. But now he has to score goals. Meanwhile, Paul Robinson claims that Nunez's hookup game with Mohamed Salah looks better than ever. Nunez didn't hit the target tonight, but his interaction with Mohamed Salah looked better than I've seen before. He's had Salah hit the ball in the danger zone a few times. His confidence, the holding game, his running from behind, looks like he'll be a top-notch signature for them. It's clear that Nunez still hasn't fully exploded. However, if he takes advantage of these opportunities in a short time, his future is very clear.